Now, of course, there are a few challenges with a bald cap, and a lot of those have to do with time and place and how it's meant to be worn. So I already touched on how they are very delicate, especially these plastic ones, as they are a better option for a more realistic appearance. However, they are much more delicate than a latex-based one. So you do have to be much more careful with it. It is a good idea to have at least a backup with you, just in case the first one rips, because they do tend to rip fairly easily. They are very durable, however, they do rip very easily. So if something slight catches it, it's probably gonna rip the whole thing, which kind of stinks. But having a backup is fine, you're able to fix it. And also having the cap plastic on hand as well, you're able to fix tiny little tears and kind of meld it back together. So delicate, but also can be fairly durable. Now, another challenge with a rubber bald cap is it can take a good deal of time when you're first starting out. To blend it properly and to paint it properly to where you're really disguising the hair underneath does take a bit of time. It is a very helpful tool when you're in the beginning, if you're working on a project where you don't have a lot of time to work, to have an assistant to help you with this. In a lot of cases too, it is much more helpful to have an assistant help you with a bald cap just to speed the process up. Again, FX wise, it does take a bit of time to do some of these techniques, so having an extra set of hands can be very helpful, not only for you, but also for the actor, so they're not stuck sitting for too long in the chair. Another challenge that we face with the bald cap is specifically when it's a female or someone with long hair. So when you have very long hair, it is very difficult to hide that long hair in the bald cap. The best method that you want to do is something like a pin curl, a very tight pin curl all the way through the hair, and kind of smooth it as much as possible. And then gel it down really intensely before you go in. Now, of course, pin curls aren't going to leave a little bit of texture, so in that case, what you can do for a female is put the hair in a very low ponytail, and this is something you'll have to discuss with the wardrobe department, but having a wardrobe piece that actually goes over top of the neck to disguise the ponytail in the back that will stick out the bottom of the bald cap is a really great method for actually hiding the long hair and making it look more natural on the top. Another challenge we face is when there is facial hair involved. So when you're applying the bald cap, it's going to be covering all of the hair on the head. Now, if there is facial hair that you're battling with, you just have to be delicate to apply the bald cap on the outside and on the inside of where that facial hair is. So it's doable, it just takes a little bit more finesse and working around than someone who doesn't have visible facial hair there.